All right, here we go. How to lose fat. Quite a common question, especially as a fitness mentor. Pretty much at least 95% of the fitness related emails that I receive have some version of this question in them, whether it be how to lose weight, how to get a six pack, how to tone up or firm up. They all deal with a primary purpose of reducing body fat. This question can be presented in many different ways, whether it be how to get a six pack, how to firm up or tone up, how to lose weight. They all deal with the primary task of reducing body fat. For the sake of your time, we're gonna keep this very short and simple, and yet we're still gonna touch on one of the key components in regard to reducing your body fat while still maintaining, while still reducing it efficiently, but yet still maintaining proper health. And that's tracking your nutritional intake. Now, by doing this, we're taking away the guessing aspect of it. Now, I know this may seem tedious, but at the same time, it's nowhere near as frustrating as it can be to be on a diet and not see results. To clarify, when I say tracking your nutritional intake, I mean logging what you eat and drink. I'm talking time, what the item is, and the amount. And again, I know this can seem and sound very tedious, but at the same time, it's a matter of taking into consideration what this goal means to you. When tracking your intake, try to be as specific as possible. This in turn will help with the efficiency of obtaining your goal. Now, I know it's not always going to be an ideal setting or situation. For example, you could be out to eat with friends. At that time, just guesstimate or see if the most menus will have the nutritional information. I know it might look a little tacky, but again, it's what the goal is worth to you. Thankfully, when it comes to tracking our nutritional intake, there are a ton of apps out there that help us to do so. What I'm going to do, personally, I use MyFitnessPal, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to log some protein. Now, this is Gains in Bulk Lean Protein Cut Cake, 20 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, 1 gram of carbs. Now, we could do this manually, or we can use this app, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we have MyFitnessPal opened up. I'm gonna go to diary. Now here you can go to breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack. I'm just gonna keep it simple and go here to breakfast and put add food. And I just type in gains in bulk, and I just put gains, and it already has my food stored, which that's another thing. The more you use this, the more it'll store your food, and you just simply click on it. Cut cake protein powder. Now I have number of servings 2 because that's generally how many scoops or how many servings I have at one sitting. So I have 2 right here, and I just press the check mark. Boom. So it has it logged in, and the cool thing about this is you go ahead, you press more down in the bottom right corner, you go to nutrition, and here it has everything logged for you. So it shows your protein 40 grams, carbohydrates 2, and so on. So really helpful, really neat, and it just really simplifies tracking your intake. And the other thing, you can go to, let's say, here, let's go to lunch, let's go to add food. Let's say you're going to Cheesecake Factory. So let's put in Cheesecake Factory, and look at, I guess in my history I had Adam's Peanut Butter Cup Fudge Ripple Cheesecake. Let's click on that. So this gives you all the information right here. So let's go, I had half a slice. What? Let's say I have 1 whole slice. So then I go ahead, have that in here, 93 grams of carbs, 59 grams of fat, 17 grams of protein. I go ahead and press the check mark. Boom. So that has it right there. So at the top, you can see food is 1,100 calories, exercise, 8 calories. I don't know what I did today. Probably just walk around the house. But let's go back down to more, go to nutrition, and now this has the protein that we had and that 1 slice of cheesecake, protein 57, carbohydrates 95, fiber 4, sugar 72, fat 61, sat fat 30, no bueno. Actually, let's backtrack a bit before we go any further into the video. I want to touch on the protein that I use, because this is another common question that I get in regard to supplementation and protein powder. Now, first, whole food sources are always going to be the best source for getting your macronutrients, but it's not always feasible and practical. For example, my goal for protein for a day is 260 grams of protein. Whole foods would be ideal, but for those times when I'm out and about and I don't have it readily available, I can always bring my protein powder with me because it just makes it really easy and simple for travel. Don't require refrigeration. But not only that, in regard to protein powder, why I choose this one specifically, because it is lean, 20 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, 1 gram of carbs, but they don't use fillers and they don't use artificial sweeteners like a lot of the other protein powders out there or energy drinks. One of the ingredients that a lot of the other companies use is sucralose, and it's quite bad for you. I won't get into details pertaining to that. Go ahead and Google that, and there's a ton of information out there. So yeah, so they don't use artificial sweeteners, they use stevia, so it is high quality protein. And if I didn't mention already, I don't think I did, this is from www.gainsinbulk.com. This is their lean protein cut cake. I do have a discount code, so if you are up to trying this out, my discount code is BEARD10, and you apply that at checkout, and I think it's 10% off. So if you want to try this out, I highly recommend it. It tastes amazing, especially taking into consideration that they don't have all the artificial crap in there. Alrighty, I think I'm going to end it right here. Now, I know for those of you that have actually stuck around for the whole video, you probably have even more questions than you did before. With that said, please feel free to shoot me an email. My email is dan@zigfitness.com. That's dan@zigfitness.com. And as always, I hope that you found this video helpful, perhaps intriguing. If you did, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe. Until next time, peace.